You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning, before you go, she will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save Princess. Ignore him. The interblade. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Oh, are you now?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me. How about you drop the knife, and the two of us—
Look how reasonable. Don't you dare. It's fine. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, so you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. You're so... No, this is a good...
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing.
The blade...
Thank you. Maybe...
A gate will be fine. Don't know what you're hoping to...
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. Do you?
Don't just tell her that.
That's cute. If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then
Princess hesitates. She doesn't know. She knows what she'd do.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find. At the end of the day, whoever sent you to slay me, that doesn't sound right to me.
She has a point.
So, I could tell, but you don't really know me, do you? What can my word...
She's right about one thing.
Like I said, it's all... So do you trust me?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. You can't. Don't.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. Well, we can always put that...
Her sharp eyes. She isn't suggesting what she is.
Oh, have you...
You know. Oh, you have to. You walk up to their large and heavy.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it.
Doubtful.
I'll be here.
You attempt to... Someone else... You try the door. You're here. You're shout. I'll repeat. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too. The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like. Against you, you cut into her flesh. The blade is... She didn't so much as utter a... Free from her bindings, how is she so
Thank you.
No, we won't have any... Wait, watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into... Stop it. Stop resisting me. The blade. Move.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward,
Maybe I'll see you in another...
and then she slits your... Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground. Blood. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark. You're on a path. You're here. Oh, she will... Yes. Did you just say wink? No, I just ignore... The interior... The only... The blade... I'm afraid I'm going to insist. Are you? Yes. Turns it... Okay. I'm trusting you. Normally, yeah, but not wonderful. You do exactly that. So don't worry about... No, you don't have to do anything. The door to the base, her voice. Harsh, but...
Is that a visitor I hear? Please.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. Should we be worried about... Why would you be worried? Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall?
What an interesting development. Why don't...
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. You do as she asks and sit on the floor.
Thank you. Now... Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's complicated things. How exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, the situation, a contingency for you failing. If you knew I needed you, and maybe that's pathetic. I never said I get it. Exactly, he gets it. Moving on. Why? The more I say that your success, I won't. Fine, but you won't get another. Yeah, sure. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming. I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I wouldn't do that. And why do I even need... And what? I don't know. He doesn't want us to... What if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully... I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? Yes. Come out and say it then. You're just waiting. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, and, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and... Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck...
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned of... Not to touch things with specific... No, that there's something special about this loose chain.
Yep. Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But this is so... There must be something. But there isn't. Time, it passes and passes. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. But she's not ending anything. She's just... Her very existence is... How exactly does it just... But you're lying. And let me guess. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch... That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't. Even more silent time passes as you watch root until suddenly there are no walls. And then... And? I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
She's gone. And is that... This... You're right.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. All of me is changing, and yet the rest. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me? It will, in time, but you still have a ways to go before we are done. Know that I hold no malice for you. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer. There's nowhere for you to be. I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her. You make your way up the short path. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your... The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice... Don't let it fool you.
You must...
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. You were joking about...
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding them. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top... Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas. I'll repeat. You try the door. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken... Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic rising in the...
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates as she rips her flesh from her bone. It's the blade. Or we could use... You won't like what happens if you do... Fine. Against your better judgment, you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground. and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a no. She did. She smiles softly. How is she still smiling?
Thank you. Now that...
No, we won't have any of that. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps... Wait, this isn't... Watch me.
What are you doing?
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through, but you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then you collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound can't just end. As much as I'd prefer for things, everything goes dark, and you die. Your honor, you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Oh, she will lie. Don't worry. The interior, the blade. You take the blade. Well, if we're that's not. The door, the weak stuff, the air, her voice.
Something nasty finds itself on... I recognize that voice.
She must have you confused with... She seems... You can't look. Do you want to hear what everyone has? You need to stop. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping...
That's no fair.
So, we've dropped the pretenses. good.
She's acting like the two of you already know it. Oh, no. That's pretty sharp. Call it deductive. Well, you seem... Do you remember us then? Do you... No, I don't. I'm just glad. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. Let's chat her up. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they...
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Smart. Let's apologize.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
You... Now, hold on. As do I. You You're going to get everyone killed. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to begin.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and she could have gotten out of those the whole time. A woman after my own heart. Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
She pulls back, clearly caught off guard by whatever nonsense you just said to her. I thought it was nice. Whether it's nice depends on if we meant it. We didn't mean it. If you were lying, we'd all know. But unfortunately, you weren't lying.
What? What do you mean by that? What kind of game are you playing?
The look of surprise that momentarily softened her features vanishes as she steels her nerves. And then she buries the blade in your heart. What? No, I told you. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground. The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually... I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would... Yeah, we know. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being a visionary. Gladly, my dear fellow, but I like journeys. Travelling is a bit of a... Well, if we're lucky. She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before. As ridiculous as this guy is, maybe she won't be as... You know, maybe you want another try. It makes no difference. Oh, are you? Great. So you've obviously... Twice, actually. Sure. It isn't long before you find yourself at the... I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here. Charred. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait, this isn't right. This is supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a We gave it to her last time. Well, it's not here. Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. If she does have it, that's all the more. Unless her heart tells her to stab us. You step forward and... You know what you have to do. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing? Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But these thorns are an expression of her pain. Her voice, worn down.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me. I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorn. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles. The space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh? I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all the... Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or... Hear me out. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen. I see that the lines have... It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that everyone deserves a chance at redemption. That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? And I have no problem with that. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade... You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends. Can we actually do that? No, you can't. Absolutely not. You know as well as I do that we can. And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge. Well, are you going to describe our steamy... You lean in and you kiss her. And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now? Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Ugh, fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection. Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write, "He's making fun of us." It doesn't matter either way because this is good stuff. I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
That was nice.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think we cut through those other vines just fine? They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scraps. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin, your nightmare is our dream. Whatever, we'll weave something new together. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
She's gone. Where did she go? Oh, there's that. This doesn't. Yes, I fear that we. They think it's bad.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. Do you know what we'll find out? We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the... There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore. The next time I see you, I will be here.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning. She will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop. We're not going to go through. Ignore him. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The blade is your implement. Her voice
Hello?
is... Don't let it... Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck here. You walk down the stairs. She's beautiful. I am begging you.
Okay. Is that why they threw me down here? I don't remember much about it.
That's... How long has she been locked?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed...
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me.
Thank you for believing me.
You walk up to the chain. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere up. Doubtful.
Okay. I'll be here.
You attempt someone else. Your shout. I'll repeat. You try to. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic
If I could just get out of the...
as she rips her flesh from... Or we could... You won't like what happened. Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess. The wound... Okay. There's no...
You bastard! Were you
The princess pushes away from you, the most wounded, but still alive.
You've made a terrible...
I thought we had the upper hand. It's an act. She's... I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a leap, your knife, forget about trying... Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you seize a... We can still turn this around. The princess is still changed. What if she doesn't succumb to her wounds? Whatever you rush up the stairs and dive past the threshold. You're safe. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have to settle in against the far wall to watch the... It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep...
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. Huh? It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my...
She sounds... terror. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to...
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by... You don't know the kind of enemy you've made.
It doesn't sound like she's getting... No.
is. Sooner or later, you're going to have to sleep. And
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a...
So helpless. I can take my time with you.
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end.
It can't be. I'm sorry. Everything goes dark. You're on a path. You're here. Oh, she will lie. I don't think... It doesn't matter. Don't... The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands, but the blade is your implement. Hold on, it's just an empty... She's already got now, has... I'm going to need all of you, so deep breath in, deep breath... Oh, we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed... You cross over... More eyes, too. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a... Her cruel and playful voice prance.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna...
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find your... She could be... Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to... Please stop saying that. Your own...
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
You decide it's best.
There you are. I told you.
As the princess approaches, your legs, your arms quickly... This is it.
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be... Oh, what did you do?
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Liver. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Liver. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this? And then experience stops once more as your body Okay, whatever you were doing, please just... Are you sure about that? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, Again, your eyes shoot open as you go.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter who's... Then you should get looking, shouldn't you?
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, 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 nerves, heart, lungs.
Would you look at that? You're suggesting exactly what I want. Somebody's ahead of the curve.
Liver, nerves,
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me and then...
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
liver,
I don't think I can leave without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to.
nerves,
Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck.
Shit, make her stop.
Hey, snap out of it.
Okay,
You're back.
lungs, liver, nerves.
One moment, and then you're gone. Ah,
Heart,
She pulls away.
nerves,
but that wouldn't be very fun, now would it?
nerves,
I've already done that.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, 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 liver.
I am what I am.
Lungs,
It's not my fault that you...
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
Liver,
And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, 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 liver, nerves, heart,
What?
lungs,
No!
liver, nerves,
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be...
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before... Do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Shit.
lungs, liver, nerves.
with a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe it.
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck.
The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow, but we don't. We can still grab it on the way. You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate. Is this really worth? At least it's a choice. That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing. The princess reaches the top of the stairs. Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead. Don't forget that you're pristine. There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and we are dangerously low on those right now. Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive. Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin. No! I guess I have to do part.
There we go. Back with me where you belong. Oh, now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this.
The princess plucks the blade from the floor. Guess we're not stabbing her in the... I guess not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather...
And now, you...
There's nothing else for us to... The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait, but it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin. Why is it so cold?
She's gone. And is that a... This doesn't feel right. It feels... I think you know. It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically. The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far. Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. Of course, that is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation? Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us. Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict. My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. Of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of entities, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you?
drifted into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing. Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me. A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change. You cling to emotions, pain and suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence. And it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark? The whole of reality. Your love ray drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever, consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back. I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors. And are we not divine? and stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine. It's so peaceful here. Beautiful, eternal, but ever-changing. Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together. It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth. What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone. It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this... Then let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that. Do you need me to describe things? No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stair.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little... And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say? Well, you did stab me to death as soon as we met. But it's not like I'm completely innocent. We both took things a little far. Still, apology accepted.
You know, when she puts it like that...
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back. Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit. Just like this cabin. I never had one. And do not call me the Shifting Mound. It's too much. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, hero works for me.
But that's me. You know...
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you. Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean? You know what? Yeah, I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you. Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
this is it. I have no idea what it's gonna be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you. I love you too. But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. Don't make me get all emotional.